Well, thank you, Jesse. That's that is a clip of a song from my next album. The song's called Black Pill, and I guess it's appropriate for what's going on right now. Um, but I do appreciate the compliment. Thank you. One of these days when I actually get the time, I'll finish the fucking album. Welcome to Critical Mass. It's been a while. I do. I'm supposed to be doing my shows Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and this is going to be a rough one, my friends. I'm going to talk about a lot of things that are going to make a lot of people butthurt, but it needs to be said, and unfortunately, for some reason, I'm the person put in the position to say it. Because, like my shirt says, zero fucks. I want to know what it means to be a conservative. Like, I know. I don't know if you guys know. What are conservative values? Because I think that the conservatives that say they're conservatives don't really understand what it is. The number one tenet, I would say, of conservative values is smaller government, maximum freedom, right? That's like number one. You know, more money in your pocket, less taxes. Just to, abide by the Constitution and what the Constitution says that your creator grants you. This maximum freedom. That's how this country was set up. And, I haven't been on X in a while. Just kind of lost the taste for it. Because I see so many things going on X that are diametrically opposed to what conservative values are supposed to be. I see a lot of dishonorable shit going on. I see a lot of people headhunting one another for e-clout or internet fame. That's goes against all of our of what our supposed values are supposed to be. Our supposed values are to be. And I get fucking disgusted seeing people that I thought were honorable being brought down by internet clout. Other than, listen, I got really sick for quite a while. I don't know what the hell happened to me right after the Boston thing. I mean, some people say it was COVID. I did do a COVID test, and COVID's a fucking flu, but it reacts stupidly. So I have no idea. And it just leveled me for fucking weeks. I just lethargic. I haven't felt like doing shit. And then when I do start to feel like doing shit and coming back and doing the show, because I miss doing the show and I miss all the interaction with people, well, most people. I see so much shit going on. We got sitting senators whoring out chicks that they're banging to their bros while being married. I can't honestly think of anything that's less fucking espousing conservative values. I can't think of anything more degrading than fucking people for e-clout or internet fame, or because you're transfixed by somebody on the fucking screen all the while fucking your friends over. I don't think that's conservative values at all. You know, I talk about my personal life very, very rarely, and when I do, it's only because I feel like it's pertinent to the conversation. And you know, I stayed in a relationship with somebody for 10 fucking years when I knew I should have gotten out 5 years before that, because I believe in my vows. Like, we weren't married, but so first of all, Patty brought something up the last time I was on the show, and I wanted to fucking rip his throat out. That marriage is a construct of government. Back when people were getting married, back then, it was just a verbal contract between one another and God. That's it. That's all there was. There was no government. There was no fucking marriage license. So I believe that when you say "I love you" to somebody, and you make a commitment and a vow, that you do everything in your power. You know, I go back to this meme where I saw on Facebook when I was on Facebook years and years and years ago, but it always rang true in my head that this old couple in their 60s or late 60s or 70s were sitting on a park bench, and somebody came up to him and asked him how long they were married, and the man responded with, "Well, we've been together 50 years." And the younger man said, "Well, how did you guys make it work?" And he goes, "Son, I'm from a generation where we didn't throw shit away when it was broken. We fixed it." And it was such a revelatory meme. Like, it was a way that I understood what was always going on in my head that I couldn't articulate. Me not being able to articulate something. But I stayed in a relationship that was fucking toxic as shit, because I felt that I made a commitment to this person, and when the first signs of what was wrong in this relationship, I should have got out. But I try to, in everything that I do, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I try to, in everything that I do, espouse conservative values. I try to espouse, you know, my beliefs and my morals and what I think is honorable. And I don't see a lot of that in the conservative party right now. I really don't. We are so unbelievably fucking lost and fractured. When you're doing things just for fame and clicks and likes, and you don't really truly walk the walk of the talk you talk, I have no fucking respect for you. I don't compromise who I am for anybody or anything ever. You know, people have said to me, "Well, you know, Rob, you compromised who you are to stay in that relationship." Me leaving at the first sign of trouble or bailing at the first sign of trouble would be the dishonorable thing to do. That would be counter to my morals. You know, how do you reconcile one with the other, where it's, you know that it's not good and healthy for you, but at the same time you made a commitment. And if you bail at the first sign of trouble, then you are somebody of low moral character, and just low character to begin with. You don't have what it is to honestly truly say that you have conservative values, because you're not conservative. These are the things that we rail against the left for: being degenerates, posting fucking photos of themselves fucking naked or half naked. You know, we always call them fucking degenerates for the shit that they do. We call fucking OnlyFans whores for a reason, because it's degeneracy. It's selling out your fucking body. In this case, it's, same thing with dudes. Like, if you're using your internet fame or your clout to bang broads when you're fucking engaged or you're married, then you're a piece of shit too, and that's not conservative values to me. You can't just be like, oh, well, I have this, but, fuck all that other shit. You might as well be a fucking liberal at this point. You might as well be the fucking Democrats that we say, you know what, they're fucking disgusting, everything that they fucking do. I am tired of the hypocrisy in the conservative movement. And it's this, the headhunting, the stabbing each other in the back, the cutting each other's throats because of what you think that you're going to gain from internet fame is the thing that's going to truly fuck us coming into November 2026. We are so fractured. I heard my buddy fucking Alpha say that MAG is not fractured. It is, man. It is. You can scroll the idiocy and the fucking insanity of fucking X for 5 minutes and you can see it for yourself. We're attacking people that are trying to espouse conservative values in everything that they do and being honorable, and then getting shit on because they're not capitulating to whatever is the trend. I have been somebody who's spoken for 2 years about, and I'm not making this about Epstein, but it's a perfect example. I have somebody who's spoken in spaces, done my own shows on how important I think the Epstein files are. Because there are a bunch of people that are running our country that are in those fucking files. And then everybody, all up until Trump says no, everybody's like, oh, we need to get rid of these people in the government. And then I hear capitulating assholes go, oh, well, if we did that, then the whole system would burn down. Isn't that why we elected Donald Trump? It's because we wanted the system to burn down because the system hasn't been working for us for the last 50 years. Some people say 100. Now I can only speak to the last 40 years, actually 32 years from when I started voting, and I've always voted conservative. But we voted for Trump to disrupt the fucking system because the system fucking sucks. Our government fucking sucks. But we're supposed to take it on the chin and be like, whatever. Most prolific fucking child trafficking ring in the history of this fucking world. And we're just supposed to be like, because it's going to burn down the country. These people that are disgusting, sitting in an office, writing policy and laws for the rest of us to fucking follow, are banging children. And we're supposed to be like, forget about it. It's not that important, kid. Fuck you. It absolutely is important. But that's just an example. And I could go off on a whole fucking tangent of other examples, but and then, those people, people like me that will point something out like that. Listen, I haven't given up on fucking Trump. I've voted for him 3 times. You guys have heard me say this a million times. I have bled for this motherfucker fighting Antifa in the fucking streets, giving 0 fucks what happens to me because I truly fucking believe in the shit that comes out of my fucking mouth. And I will stand up and fight fucking anybody any day of the fucking week over it. I think the transgender movement and the pride movement and the gay movement has destroyed this fucking country. Ever since Don't Ask, Don't Tell and Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, what was once like, all right, let these motherfuckers just live their lives. Now we're like inviting it into our home and into our schools, and we're not doing anything about it. And I think it's a fucking huge issue. I think it's a fucking massive issue. It's one of the most massive issues of our time. We got trannies shooting up fucking schools left and right. But, You know, there are a lot of things about the big, beautiful bill that I fucking hate. And doing a deeper dive, the Republicans, not Trump, the Republicans really bent the fucking knee to the Senate parliamentarian. I have been investigating this whole thing on the removing the NFA since it fucking happened. And I have reached out to some of the most prominent fucking two-way attorneys because I have them all on fucking speed dial because of what of a gun nut I am. And there's no way that the parliamentarian, the Senate parliamentarian, should have had any fucking say in that. None. But again, we go, well, you know, they do all the other good stuff for us. Then to turn around and have what's his name from Georgia? Oh man. Clyde, yeah, I think it's Clyde, from Georgia, write a letter and get all of the Republicans to sign this letter and send it to Attorney Bondi and say, without the tax, there is no reason for the NFA. They could never get away with banning guns. And the whole thing about the NFA, which people don't know, was it was a tax. So it wasn't banning short-barreled rifles and suppressors and short-barreled shotguns and AOWs, which is any other weapons. It was about taxing them. Now, according to the GCA 68, it's illegal to keep a registry of your firearms. And it's illegal for the government to keep a registry of your firearms. And we know this. So you got that, you got, I think his name is Clyde. I'll look that up. Sending a letter to Bondi, and Bondi and the Department of Justice just shot back and said, no, we need to keep the NFA. Well, the NFA is not, the NFA as a law in and of itself is unconstitutional on its face, but the only reason for the NFA was the tax. Now that there's coming in January 2026, because of the big, beautiful bill, there's no more tax on these things. But everybody goes, well, no, Bondi's doing a good job. Fuck you. No, she's not. Conservative values, Second Amendment. Conservative values, freedom of speech. You know, everybody cries and whines about why Patty's on this, and fuck that asshole. But everybody cries and whines about Patty being on this network. The one thing I can say for certain is that, irrespective of what my personal feelings on him and his politics are, is that Enrique believes in freedom of speech. And so when I see conservatives wanting to shut other conservatives and other people down in their speech, I go, well, that's not really conservative values right there. You can't call yourself a constitutionalist if you want to censor somebody else. Didn't we just deal with 4 years of that? Didn't we deal with we dealt with 8 years of that under Obama? And then they really mashed the gas when I remember in October of 2020, I had been on Facebook probably 10 or 11 years at that point. Yeah, no, it was even longer than that. And I had said that I was voting for Trump in 2020, and they nuked my account. I call it the Great Patriot Purge of 2020. Woke up one morning, my account was gone. I was like, oh, what the fuck? We dealt with censorship on a level that our forefathers would have. Oh, well, I don't know where my camera went. Sorry, guys. Oh, looks like I'm back. I have no idea what the hell just happened. Holy shit. I even forgot where I was. What I was even talking about. Hopefully people can let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me. Anyway. Oh yeah. So we dealt with like we dealt with 4 years of unbelievable censorship and under Biden and what they did to us about COVID and everything else. And now we're doing the same. And it's bad enough if we do it to the left, but it's even worse that we're doing it to ourselves. I don't like where this is going. I hate seeing what I'm seeing. I go on to fucking X for like 10 seconds and I'm fucking disgusted by just about everyone and everything that I see on there. Women whoring themselves out. Dudes can't keep their dicks in their pants. You bring up stuff that are legitimate issues, and if it doesn't fit the fucking narrative of whatever fucking page shill is out there, you get ostracized from the community. And that's fucking bullshit. That's not what being a conservative is all about. I'm fucking tired of the bullshit that I fucking see. I'm tired of the bullshit fucking cutting each other's fucking throats and stabbing each other in the back. You honestly think that your clicks and your likes and the amount of people that follow you actually means something? It doesn't. Having real, true relationships with people out in the real fucking world is what matters. Millennials are fucking toast, first of all. You guys are all fucked. You have this mindset that, the internet and the fame that you're going to get from the internet by compromising your morality means something. Yeah, it means you're a fucking scumbag. No amount of clicks and likes is ever going to translate into fucking happiness. You're going to find your fucking happiness when you eschew all that stuff, put it aside, and actually start engaging with people in the real fucking world and doing the thing. This was once an awesome thing for me because I had, so many cool friends that came out and hung out with me in the spaces and, on the shows like right now. So I'm not going to call you guys followers. I've never done that. And there's so very few people out there that are fucking real. Like I said, we got, whether you like her or not, you got Nancy Mace trying to censor fucking, Corey Mills. Here's a perfect example. First of all, fucking cheating on your wife. That in and of itself is fucking disgusting. Like you took a fucking vow. Then you're whoring out your girlfriend to your friends. All right, Captain Cleanup. That's what I'm going to call Corey Mills from now on. The same thing I call Destiny is Captain Cleanup. If you dudes can deal with sloppy seconds, you have no morality. You have no fucking, there's no way in fucking hell I could ever fuck a chick after somebody that I knew fucked them. That's just disgusting to me. Enjoy the sloppy seconds, boys. Because that's what it is. Sloppy seconds. And if you don't care because you just want to get your dick wet and some fucking e-whore is willing to fucking spread her legs for you, you're not the kind of conservative I want to fucking hang out with. You're not the kind of conservative that I believe is conservative. You're just a in the closet fucking degenerate. The same kind of degenerates we call the fucking left. Although you disguise it under Christian morality and you disguise it under conservative values when really you're a closeted fucking degenerate. This is not who we are and who we are supposed to be. And yes, I am the metric for what the fuck conservative values are. Because not only do I talk about conservative values, not only do I preach conservative values, but I live my life that way. When I make a commitment, it's for real. When I say I do to anything, relationships, work, especially work, no matter what it takes, even if it's to my detriment, I will always come through. That's something that's sorely fucking lacking. In the conservative movement. People say, you know what, I'm doing this, I am this. But things either get a little too hard or there's something else over here that's nice and fucking shiny, and then this is worn off a little bit, and then they go right to the other fucking thing. God, do I know that. And me, I don't care if the shine's worn off. I don't care if you've gained 20 pounds. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Like I said, even to my detriment sometimes. But you guys continue being clout chasing whores and degenerate men that fucking step out on your old ladies. You go ahead. You're going to get no quarter from me. And you can guarantee when I fucking root you out, I'm going to fucking call you out publicly. Nobody has fucking pride in themselves anymore. They're willing to stick their dicks in anything that shows them any kind of attention. Women are fucking spreading their legs for any kind of fucking male attention, especially the ones that are living in a fucking in a situation where they're not fucking happy. Or even women that more so, actually more so women that are older and single and miserable, and they want some kind of fucking male attention. Oh, look at that. How is this even happening? I think somebody's fucking with me right now. There's no way that this should be fucking happening like this. Well, I can continue on with the show, and there's no picture of me. if you guys want. I have no idea why this is fucking doing this every fucking 10 minutes. I think something's going on with Evie Mux. But I will say this. Unless we can find some common ground, middle ground, and stop fucking cutting each other's fucking throats, we are going to lose in 2026. Oh, you guys can see me? Oh, good, because I can't see me. It's a fucking blank screen for me. I guess that's all that really matters. I don't need to look at myself. I got to do that every day, and I'm not fucking thrilled about it. Unless we try to find our morality, and people, listen, Christianity and conservatism are not mutually exclusive, first of all. So morality is more than just all right, well, you guys can hear me. At least you can see a picture of me, I guess. I can't see shit. I guess I got to figure that out because this computer's now fucking shit in the bed, and I haven't even used it in weeks. Christianity and conservatism are not mutually exclusive, meaning that to be a conservative, you don't have to be a Christian. You can be a Christian and a conservative, but you don't have to be Christian to be conservative. So morality is transcendent of religion or religious beliefs. Timmy, put your picture on my ceiling. What the fuck? I just have to fucking. I just have to fucking. That is a funny comment. I always appreciate the jokes, but having morals and not being a degenerate. First of all, is something that I consider morality, and when you're bro, I don't know where you came from, but that was pretty funny. What kind of morals, what or example in the conservative movement are you setting if you are known to be married and you're out fucking people because of whatever status you hold? That's not morality. That is immorality. That is immoral. And some of these women that fall for some of these dudes that have some kind of fucking internet fame and they're willing to do whatever it takes, fucking friends over. Listen, I have very strict belief system when it comes to a lot of those things. And all of this shit, this internet clout thing is going to be truly the downfall because we're too busy worrying about, oh, this person's got this many followers and I need to do whatever it takes to get followers. And if that means to compromise my fucking beliefs and my morals by putting myself out there, if you're constantly doing that, if you're constantly worried about what somebody else is doing or their, the level of their internet fame or their internet clout, you're not paying attention to what the fuck is really going on. And you're not going to be able to affect any fucking change. It's only going to get worse. We are beyond fractured at this moment because we're worried about things that don't really truly fucking matter. What matters is me getting out there and getting in these people's faces. Yes, agreed. Agreed. 100%. Um, everybody's got to take a long, hard look at themselves and, yeah, I mean, listen, there's no free money, people. There's no free money. Yeah, everybody's like, ooh, give me that $2,000. What's it going to cost in the long fucking run? Unless we start taking a long, hard look at ourselves, not anybody else. Don't look at anybody else and try to fucking change anybody. We need to take a long, hard look at ourselves and be like, all right, what can we do to improve the situation? No, Timmy can't look at himself. Oh man, that's funny. Unless we take a long, hard look at ourselves and fix what's wrong, because we know what's wrong. We know what we're doing is wrong. We know that we are not being the very epitome of what true conservative values are. And until you start figuring that out and taking a, a moral inventory of oneself, and be like, I could do better. And it's hard for people to look at themselves and be like, oh, I don't do anything fucking wrong. Everybody fucking says, oh, no. No, you are. You're fucked. You truly are fucked. Like, I'm fucked too. But at least I'm willing to admit it. People can't even admit to themselves how fucked up they truly are. They fucking lie to people constantly. Lie. It's all they fucking do. And yeah, as bad as it is to lie to somebody else, lying to yourself is even fucking worse. That shows you have no fucking morals. You have no fucking empathy. You have nothing that makes you a fucking good human being. If you can lie to yourself and say to yourself, well, I'm fucking perfect. Everybody else is wrong in this fucking situation. No. I've read a lot about Stoicism in my life, and sometimes I walk that walk, and I walk a tight line on that, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I fail. Doesn't mean I'm a failure, but I don't know. I am I'm reading the comments and and I'm trying to be serious here. And I appreciate it. I definitely needed a laugh because things have been relentlessly fucking miserable and shitty, especially with some people that I know in real life. And I don't know. Lying to yourself is probably one of the worst things. I think it's an important thing to be able to look at yourself and be like, yeah, and like I truly fucked up, and be able to own your shit. And if you can't own your shit, dude, fuck you. You're not even worth spending time with. And I let it I let a lot of things fucking weigh me down the last couple of weeks, and being sick was one of them. And then I go, yeah, no moral, no ethics. You're right. And that's fucking funny. And then Winona with the, yeah, agreed. I don't know, guys. I'm worried about 2026 to the point that, you know, I honestly believe that if we can't figure this shit out. Oh, agreed. Agreed. um we are a culture in decline. This is, everybody says that the fall of Rome was for a multitude of reasons. Do you guys look up the history of this? The fall of Rome happened for a lot of reasons, but those reasons happened because they all went insane. And you do know why they went insane, right? Because they were drinking their wine from lead cups. Do the research, guys. I read a couple of books on this, and the decline of Rome was because they were all insane and they had fucking lead poisoning. They couldn't run their society anymore. And honestly, I think that's a great analogy for what the fuck is going on right now, because we are really, really going down the fucking drain. And in our case, it's not lead poisoning. It's the lead poisoning is social media and influencers. And we're too wrapped up in everybody else's fucking lives. We're too wrapped up in clout and internet fame and being somebody on the internet. We're doing it to ourselves because we're allowing social media, the internet, and these apps to influence us to be pieces of shit. And yeah, how many times have I been told? You guys have heard it. People tell me, dude, you could be fucking. Yeah, of course I can. If I'm willing to compromise who I am as a person, then yeah, I can. And I'm not willing to do that. I do things on my terms, nobody else's. Nobody controls me and what the fuck I do. Yeah, you damn right, Crip. Range minded, what's going on? Yeah, Rob, but if you just kind of did this, you'll be able to mass market. Yeah, but then that goes against who I am, and I'm not willing to go against who I am for anything. And that means when I make a commitment to something, I'm not willing to give it up when things get hard. But it's too easy for everybody else to be like, this is getting kind of difficult. I'm going to go spread my legs for somebody else, or I'm going to stick my dick in somebody else, or I'm going to go and, go where the fucking the internet clout is and be something on the internet. Oh, yay. Good for fucking you. You're still at the end of the day, you're still going to be a fucking nobody. You're going to be a dude that compromised who you are. And when you look back at your life and you go, wow, man, I probably shouldn't have done that. Well, I get to say I told you so. I don't eat McDonald's, dude. But yeah, you keep doing what you're doing for your internet fame and your internet clout while ruining the party. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to when it comes to American exceptionalism and Western culture, I am all about what's best for the country. and you doing whatever it is and screwing over people that you supposedly love or care about or you call friend to get some internet clout and destroying our fucking party, well, then you can go fucking pound sand. I want nothing to do with you. I have literally had enough on this, and I am going to make it my mission at this point now, going forward, now that I'm feeling better, to call out everybody and everything that's wrong in this fucking party. And it's not because I want to be an asshole, because there is a part of me that's an asshole, and there's a part of me that's not an asshole. And then before Crip says it, yes, I have an asshole. And it's closed. Thank you very much. I beat you to it. But if it means helping the party become stronger and having people start, having a little bit of, self-reflection, because this isn't about you. That's the other thing, too, is that these people think it's about them. Oh, me, all this. No. It's about this country. Do you want to see this country fall under the weight of your own hubris? Because if you do, then get the fuck out of the conservative party. If you can't, if I hear conservatives, I don't agree with Nick Fuentes at all. I don't. There's a lot, probably 99% of the things he said I don't agree with. Should Tucker be deplatformed because he invited somebody on his show and literally fucking kicked his ass to the fucking carpet? If you actually watched the fucking thing instead of getting all fucking, incredulous because just the thought of Tucker having Nick Fuentes on the fucking show, but you didn't watch the fucking show, then you got nothing to talk about. Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to fucking hear from you. Watch the show. Watch what Tucker said to him. Tucker called him out on the fucking mat quite a few times. So I don't believe for a second that we should deplatform Tucker because he had Nick Fuentes on there. Because, again, that goes against conservative fucking values. Our First Amendment, our freedom of speech, being able to have dialogue with people we don't agree with. But now we got a whole shitload of conservatives going, oh, no, we need to fucking kick Tucker out of the club. Why? Because he said things that hurt your butt? No, fuck you. Stop with that bullshit. That's not conservative fucking values. This is the shit that I'm talking about. When I hear somebody in the conservative movement call out fucking Tucker for this, I go at him. And I'm going to make you a fucking asshole. You may not like Thomas Massie. I don't agree with Thomas Massie on quite a few things. But there are things I do agree with him on. And at least he's standing his ground in what he believes to be morally correct. I'm not getting into the whole AIPAC thing, but he's the only member of Congress that doesn't take money from AIPAC. And he's the one that's consistently shit on. I wonder why. Because he, like me, gives zero fucks. If we see something that is not conservative, and we call it out. Am I still frozen on the screen, and can you guys see me being animated and flipping off the camera? Because I can't see shit. It's just a black screen for me, or am I still fucking frozen, looking like an idiot? Which is pretty common. I'm waiting for the chat. Yeah, I'm frozen. Okay, well, it is what it is. I hope I gave you guys a little bit of, something to fucking chew on tonight, because we are circling the fucking drain. We really are. And you can see me frozen, right? Yeah. All right. Well, it is what it is. I guess I'm going to try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with this computer. And I'm going to say good night to you guys. Thank you for listening to me rant. I will be returning on Monday at 5:00. I have a lot of DMs to get through because I haven't been on X in like days. And my battle rattle's ready, brother. Let me tell you, I'm ready to rock and fucking roll. Thank you guys for consistently supporting me, and I truly appreciate you guys coming here, all the comments. I honestly, again, I wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for you guys. I would just be this voice, and that's it. And everybody that's helped me along the way, I do appreciate you more than you could ever know, and more than you probably believe. So, and tonight, guys, I want to let you know that if you go to my profile on X at the Rob1772, I'm sure somebody has tagged me in it. I'm going to be on the grand jury with Joe Lanu tonight on his show. And I think we got quite a few of the guys from the Warboy Studios going to be on there, and I hope you guys tune into that. Go to Joe Lanu's page and set a reminder for that. And yeah, we're gonna ham it up if I can figure out what the fuck is wrong with my camera, which is awesome. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. So you guys have a good night. And I think we're going to be returning to our regular schedule next week, Monday, 5 to 7, Wednesday, 5 to 7, Friday. We're going to do 5 to 7 again on Friday now, probably maybe 4. And we'll see what the week brings. You guys have a great weekend, and I hope to see you guys tonight on the grand jury.